sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo, and we are back with another video that we're going to talk about. Make sure you get the likes up, fam. Let's go. Today, what I want to deal with is yet another video concerning these two on the screen. Now, we're going to do this thing a little different because I'm not going to do this the way they want me to. I'm going to do this thing another way. Now, first thing first, Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade are irresponsible parents. Yeah. They are irresponsible. They are exploiting their children. And they're trying to push something that is very clear. Now, it's very apparent and clear that Dwyane Wade is, how can I say, out of this world. And we know that Gabrielle Union controls him, and he has been emasculated, and he's weak. But what I noticed that's going on in social media is that there seems to be something being pushed. Now, I was sent some information and took a look at the information, and I didn't like what I saw. And I feel that as parents, there's a certain way to move in these streets. There's a certain way to how you raise your children, how you carry things. But what I notice about the Wade family is they're pushing these images, and I find it to be disturbing. It's one thing to post family photos. It's one thing to do this and that, but you're not posting family photos, Mr. Wade. What you're trying to do is promote an agenda, and it's clear. Oh, no. I'm not going to post any of the photos here because I'm very smart. I know how to move in code. But I understand exactly what you're trying to do. It's very clear. It's very apparent. You see. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Wade. Let me ask you a question. Matter of fact, let me put it like this. For all the people that are viewing and listening, right? Because you all know that this type of stream here is one that you have to speak in a manner where you get your message across in code. How many of you parents would have no problem allowing your 14-year-old daughter, right, take a family photo with you, and while they're taking the photo, your daughter, right, is kissing her boyfriend right while you're taking the photo? How many of you parents would allow that? Your 14-year-old daughter, mind you. How many of you parents, I'm talking about parents, how many of you parents that are responsible adults that know how to raise children would allow your 14-year-old daughter to take photos kissing her boyfriend on these photos and posting it to social media, and you as a parent, as a responsible adult now, you would allow that. You know, it's interesting that this particular couple here have no problem exploiting their children. But yet, when we see these youngins out here doing things and then they get in trouble, the first thing they say is, who raised them? Why was this even allowed? You see, there's no way in this world that I would allow any daughter of mine to be on any photo on Instagram, IG, anywhere, kissing some boy. There's no way I would allow that. That would be unacceptable, because what I'm doing is I'm opening Pandora's box. What I'm basically saying, if I allowed my daughter to take photos with her kissing some boy at 14 years old, right? And I'm allowing that. What I'm basically essentially saying is that it's okay for my 14-year-old daughter to go out there and be sexually active. That's what I'm basically saying. So when we look at the Wade family, because we know Gabrielle Union, she don't respect him enough to take his last name. That's why anytime you see her name, it always says Gabrielle Union. It don't say Gabrielle Wade. That just shows the level of disrespect. And the fact that most women, when they get married to these guys, they never take their last name, when truthfully, when a woman marry you, when you get married to a woman, she's supposed to take your last name. But these women hold the name of their father and they don't take your name. But getting back to the Wade family, it's interesting how they don't protect the image of their children. Instead, they promote an agenda. And if you're against that agenda, then everybody look at you as a bad guy. You see how that works? Do you see how that works, family? They're using their children to push an agenda. Because families like that, they're already bought and paid for. You have to understand. They're bought, paid for. They got to go along with the get along. This is what they got to do. It's okay for him to exploit his family on social media to push an agenda. But think about what I just questioned. Think about what I just said regarding a daughter. All of you fathers out there that have a daughter, are you okay with your 14-year-old taking photos, posting it on social media of her kissing on boys? How many of you guys agree with that? See, these are supposed to be young people that are getting their life together. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to push something else. What they're trying to do is saying, hey, it's okay. It's okay to do this. And y'all all know what I'm talking about. It's very clear. Because what they're really trying to do is use shock value to create outrage, to create controversy, to create a social media type buzz. That's what they're doing. And they're using their children. You know? And this news is not new if you've been following the Wade family, but it gets to the point where you're like, look, bro, you're doing too much. We get it. We already done know about your family. We already done know about your kids. We understand. Okay, enough. How much are you willing to promote? Who's paying you? What's really going on? What's the agenda? Well, I know what it is, but at the same time, like, how much are you going to keep putting out there? Like, your job as a family is to protect your children. You're not doing that. You're just constantly letting them rock out and do this and do that and have all of this freedom. And then when things turn out bad, then you ain't going to want to take the blame. You see? This ain't cool, man. But this is what's going on. This is what's happening, man. And to everybody in the chat, keep all your comments clean, or I'm going to remove you from the comment section. I made it very clear from the beginning. You understand? If you cannot hold your thoughts and understand code, don't post no comment. Do you understand me? Keep all your comments clean. You already done know what I'm talking about. You already done know what it is. This is a serious topic. And I don't want no inflammatory comments posted. You understand? You got these irresponsible parents out here doing what they're doing, and they're protected. That's the thing about this. The thing about this is they're all protected. They're protected to just do these things, but yet, if anybody else had their kids being sexually active, right, will be considered bad parents. Right? So let me get this straight. So I guess I should invite boys over my house, right? And let my daughters just have fun with their boyfriends, right? That would be a good parent, right? Do you see how that works? See, if I allow my daughters to have boyfriends come on over so they can have a kissing party, right? I guess I would be considered a bad parent, right? But yet the Wade family can allow their 14-year-old, I don't even know what to even identify him as. Do you understand me? It's perfectly okay for them to do those things. But if I did it, I'm a bad guy. Do you see how that works? If I let my daughter bring some young boy to take photos, kissing photos, to do this and do that. I mean, if they're kissing, what else are they doing? Do you see that? I guess I'm just the bad guy, right? I mean, how many would agree that I would be a bad guy if I'm allowing my daughter to engage in these activities at that age? You would think that I'm a bad parent. You would say, bro, why are you allowing your daughter to take those type of photos, kissing up on boys? You would get on my case about that. You would be like, bro, something wrong with that. Now, of course, if your children are not around you and you don't know what they're doing in these streets, you can't stop what they do. Because we were all young at one point. But what I'm trying to show you is that we're talking about parents here. We're not talking about young people. We're talking about parents. Parents are supposed to set standards and order. Now, we already done know what's going on in his house. We already done know. What I'm trying to show you is what's really going on and what's being pushed. Because I would be considered a bad parent if I'm allowing my daughter to be all over social media, kissing up boys and having all these images all over the place. I would be considered a bad parent. People would look at me like, bro, what are you doing? What kind of door are you opening up for your daughter? Like, how many other guys is your daughter kissing up on? Like, what's really going on? What is she doing behind the scenes that we can't see? Is she sexually active? What if she get pregnant, bro? You're not being cool. But notice what's going on in Dwyane Wade's household. Notice what he allowed on his social medias. Because all you gotta do is just go do the search. Just do your search. If you don't know what's going on, you'll start hearing about it throughout these YouTube streets. You'll start to hear it. Because I'm not gonna do what they want me to do. I'll just take that over to Patreon. Because these are the worst and most irresponsible parents today. These two right here. Because where much is given, much is required. And these two are being used right now. Clearly. So, Mr. Wade, you're not just posting a family photo. No. You're posting an agenda. That's what you're posting. And I can see right through it. And we already done know that you're questionable because we already heard about you. We already done know what your woman do to you. So it's very clear that the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So it's not a surprise. But as a parent, you're irresponsible. You're irresponsible, to say the least. You're supposed to be protecting the image of your children, not exploit them to push an agenda. Let them grow up, let them make their choices, let them do their things. But you're not doing that. Instead, what you're doing is you're trying to mold and shape what's going on to appear as that couple that can be trusted. Because you have to understand, Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade, they're bought and paid for. And the thing about it is they could be trusted because they already done sacrificed their children. You have to understand, when a couple take their children and they put them out there in social media the way they do, while knowing the circumstances, they know what they're doing. And they know what people are going to say. You have to understand, they know what people are going to do. They know what people are going to say. And they're waiting for that type of controversy. They love that type of stuff. And then what happens is when people start to talk about these things, then they say, oh, you're being negative. Do you see how that works? Do you see how if they get any pushback, you're considered negative? But I already done told you from the beginning, if I'm allowing my daughter to go out there and take a bunch of photos with boys kissing, and then I'm taking close, like, who's taking these photos? That's the question that we need to answer. Who's taking these photos? Mr. Wade, did you take that photo? Or was it your wife? Because I don't know any father in his right mind that would grab his camera to take a photo of his own daughter kissing some boy at that age. No father in his right mind would do that. See, if I got on YouTube and I have my daughter kissing up on some boy and I'm taking pictures and I'm like, hey guys in the YouTube streets, this is my daughter. That's her boyfriend. They're in love. You know, I'm just having fun. This is just my family. We're just all fun and love. You brothers would be looking at me like, bro, what are you doing? You sisters would be looking at me like, yo, Ringo, I don't know what you're dealing with, but bro, like, your daughter not married to that young man. Like, what are you opening up? Like, what else are they doing? I mean, if she's kissing him, what else is she kissing? So who's really protecting these youngins? Who's watching over them? See, Gabrielle and Dwyane are irresponsible parents who don't really care about the image of their children. They're using them to push their own agenda. And that is dangerous. Because in the future, you're setting them up for failure. Because you're putting them out there. A parent's supposed to protect their children, protect their image, but you're not doing that. It's like you're using your children to get a buzz. Because people already done started making videos already. And they got your family photos all in their videos. I'm not putting them in there because I know that's what you want me to do. I know that's exactly what you want me to do, because I looked at the photos and I looked at the way they're taken and I said, I get it. I know exactly what you're doing. Because what's interesting is you only had that one child doing that. You didn't have the other one doing that, which is kind of suspect to me. So how much did they pay you, Dwyane? How much are you getting? Who cut the check? What's really going on? Are you getting some new deal, some new sponsorship? Like, what door is that opening up? Are you securing the futures of your children with this? Like, what are you really saying? Because we know that you sold them out. We get it. And that's what's really happening. You're irresponsible parents. You're supposed to protect the image of your children, not exploit them, so that the public can ridicule them, so that the public can question them. That's what you're doing. And then when the public do that, and y'all don't like what the public say, then you get mad at the public and say the public are hating you. Do you see how that works, people? Do you see how they set it up? They put it out there so that you can be shocked, so that it can have shock value. And then when you speak on it, then they label you as a bad person. That's how they do it. You see? That's why I'm focused on them. That's why I got their image on the screen, because I'm smart. See? That's called producing content in code. My target is those two. The irresponsible parents. I'm not going to sit here and focus on anything else, because that's what you want. But we know what you're doing, Mr. Wade. And we know that your woman controls you. We know what she do to you. We know what kind of cloth you're cut from. But this is sad. It's sad because I went to that particular photo and I read the comments. And it's interesting. It's very interesting how many BWs are in that comment section, which opens up another can of worms. It is sad how many BWs are in that comment section praising, worshiping, and giving a thumbs up to every single thing shown. And you ladies are wondering why you're in the position you're in right now. And you're wondering why your future daughters will never have a husband. That's why. And it's sad. I didn't see a bunch of black men over there. No. What I saw in that comment section was nothing but women. Nothing but women are in the comment section over there, praising it, thumbing it up, hearting everything, liking everything. Wow, this is beautiful. This is love. This is this. And I'm like, wow. So this is what's going on. So our women are actually supporting this. And you ladies cannot see exactly what's going on. So none of you ladies believe that they're irresponsible with what they're doing. So it's perfectly okay. But yet you want to call people pedophiles for this, pedophiles for that. You want to say all these different things, but it's okay for them to promote their 14-year-old like that. That's perfectly good, right? That's good parenting, good for business, right? So is this the new marketing campaign, Mr. Wade? Is this the marketing campaign? Is this how we supposed to market our children now? So I guess all parents should just start allowing their 14-year-old daughter to take photos with boys kissing now. And those that are in the now that understand what's going on, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And again, keep all them damn comments clean. This is a serious, serious topic, because if you can't see what's going on and what this mean, because see, the more you BWs keep supporting this type of stuff, the more you're not gonna have a man. I don't think you understand what you're doing. I don't think you understand this. Like, for example, the other day, somebody had sent me a video clip and they said that so-called YouTuber Melly was in a video clip with Kevin Samuels, right? So I went over to her channel and checked it out. And what's interesting about that is when she was on the video, Kevin Samuels came from behind and came in there smiling And I was like, this don't look right. Because it was as if though one of her girlfriends just came into the photo or just came into the video. There was no such thing as a masculine man pulling up. And I'm pretty sure she knows that already. I'm pretty sure Melly could look at Kevin and know straight up and down what's really good. But then again, you know, that's how it is. Our women they have already been compromised. They have already been compromised, brothers. And this is what's so dangerous about this. You see, Dwyane Wade is actually using Gabrielle as a beard. There's a lot of things you don't know, but some of you may be in the now where you know how he move. But most of these guys that are in these type of relationships, they're not really married because they're married and whatnot. These women are beards. They can have children, but at the end of the day, she's the man in that house. He's the woman. And there are a lot of guys like that. They don't call the shots. They don't lead. The woman is leading. I can guarantee you, fam, Gabrielle is leading that house. Wade is not leading anything. You see? But being that she know his secrets, being that she know his lifestyle, everything is kept on the hush. So it's just like with Will Smith. Trust me, Will Smith is another one, fam. No matter how you see it, no matter how you slice it, fam. Trust and believe, Jada got some secrets on Will. Will can never divorce her and leave her, or else all those secrets will be revealed. These are facts, man. A lot of these industry guys, they're married, but these women are beards. It's gonna all come out later down the road. But at the same time, this is why these women do what they do in these marriages, because they realize that their men are weak. Because a real father is not going to put up with certain things. So I can guarantee you, Gabrielle told him, look, I want those photos to go up. I want those photos to be online, and I don't care. Because he already been emasculated. Dwyane is weak. He already been emasculated by his woman 1,000 times. You know? She treat him like he's the woman. She wears the pants in that family. So it's not a surprise what's going on with the children. Because again, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. But the way they're pushing their children in social media and doing this and saying that, I mean, you're not protecting your kids, man. You're putting them out there, setting them up. Whatever happened to them getting an education, whatever happened to them playing some video games or playing with toys or going outside and just whatever happened to that? Instead, you got your children being exploited online promoting sexuality. Is that what we're supposed to do with our children now? Whatever happened with young girls playing with dolls and playing with a dollhouse? Whatever happened to going outside playing freeze tag? Why ain't that being promoted? Why you don't have videos showing that? Instead, you have so-called images of kissing. So that's what we're going to show now. That is the image of that what we're trying to promote as parents now. We're not promoting that our children go out there and get an education. We're not promoting that they do something productive with their hands in terms of building things, creative arts, sports, and so forth. Instead, what we want to show is their sexuality. That's what we want to do now. That's more important. It's more important to push an agenda rather than just allowing your children to grow up. I mean, do you get them dressed up for this? Do you have somebody that dressed them up? A stylist? Who's dressing them up for these photos? I bet you're saying to yourself, I can't wait for this photo to come out. I can't wait to hear what the people got to say. So you could be on the blogs, be on YouTube, be featured in a magazine, go to the gossip sites. All of a sudden, your image of your children is on World Star. Everybody's talking. I guess you get kicks out of that. You love that type of stuff. You love the controversy. I get it. That's what it is. You know? I mean, you could just look at Dwyane in that photo and you know something wrong with him. You know that he's not a man. You know he's not a leader. But this is what's going on. And see, again, these guys, they have no backbone, man. A father is not going to allow that type of stuff, man. A father, he's not going to allow that. A father going to be like, hold up. It's one thing for someone to be a certain way, but it's another thing to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And why do you have to keep pushing something sexual? Why? Why are you doing that for? Who is your target audience? What are you trying to promote? Are you trying to desensitize young people? How much they paying you? Who you're working for, Dwyane? Who's cutting the check? I mean, what's really going on? But anyway, I wanted to share my thoughts about that because, again, I was sent these photos and I didn't like what I was seeing. It's one thing to be an adult and you make decisions on the type of lifestyle you want to live. It's one thing to be an adult and you made a quality decision on the path you want to take. And it wasn't forced upon you. Nobody coerced you. Nobody, pushed you to do anything against your will. It's one thing to do that. If you do that and you're an adult, then hey, it is what it is. Do what you want to do. Walk down your path. But when you're a young person and you have a father and a mother, and this is how they're displaying you all over social media, I think that that's bad parenting. That's irresponsible. You understand? Oh, snap. I think something just happened. Something tripped. I'm not sure if the stream is still running. If the stream is still running, put a 1 in the chat. I'm not sure. Something just jumped. I'm not sure if it's still going or not. Put a 1 in the chat if it's still going, because I don't know if it is. I'm not sure if I pressed the button or something. Okay, everybody said it's good, because it's saying insufficient memory. I don't know why that's showing, but I hope that don't happen again. Anyway, I'm at the end anyway to wrap it up, because I saw it refreshed. Everything had refreshed, so I don't know if it stopped. It's still going on my end. So all of y'all saying it's still good. Okay. My last thoughts is I think that as parents we have to do better with the way we raising our children. That's why I gave that example in the beginning. I mean, if you're a father and you have a daughter, you're not supposed to have her on social media kissing boys. What kind of message are you sending about your daughter? Are you saying that it's okay for all of the guys to come get your daughter? Are you telling the public that your daughter is sexually active at 14? What exactly are we doing? What are we doing as fathers and mothers? So let me get this straight. It's wrong if I allow my daughter to, I guess, come online and be sexually promiscuous and do all these things for the public. It's entertainment for the public. I guess I'll be wrong for that. But it's okay for Dwyane Wade and his family to promote these things online. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. Right? Do you see how that works? Because it's like it's a double standard. That's what I'm basically seeing. It's a double standard. If I take my daughters and I put them online and all of them are kissing boys at 13 and 14, you see all of them in photos kissing boys, I would be questioned, right? People will be looking at me funny and they'll want to know, what am I doing by allowing all of my daughters to have boyfriends kissing on these photos? Why would I be doing that as a parent? I would be questioned. People will be looking at me funny. So what I'm trying to say is, why is it okay in Dwyane Wade's situation? Is it because of you know what? Is it okay because of that? So let me get this straight. So if you're doing that type of thing, it's okay because you want to push an agenda. But if I promote my daughters doing that, I'll get dragged all over social media as a horrible father who is leading his daughters down the path of destruction. Right? That's all I'm going to say on the matter. So, anyway, it is what it is, fam. I'm going to get back to work, do what I got to do because, again, we already in tomorrow, but later on in the morning, I'll be going live on camera, so you already don't know what that is. It's gonna be cool. I should be up and running, even though I still got other work to do because I had made some orders for some other things. But as you know, those who support the platform, everything that you put in terms of support goes right back into the studio and the production value of the videos. So you're gonna get your money's worth when I'm back on camera, because when it comes to this business, I don't play games. So that being said, I'll catch you on the next stream. Shout out to everybody that joined in on the show. I appreciate you. That's about it. Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade are irresponsible parents. Very, very irresponsible. And this is not the last you're going to hear on this. You're going to have many people making videos, many people sharing their commentary and so forth. Again, I could have had a bunch of photos all through this video. I could have been talking about X, Y, and Z, but I'm not going to go there because I know that's what they want. I'm not giving them what they want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold them accountable because these are horrible parents. Very, very irresponsible. Exploiting your children for views, exploiting your children for clout is bad business. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. Anyway, fam, I'll catch you all on the next streams. Black Male Advice TV, the best channel on YouTube for commentary, criticism, news reporting, comedy, and more. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%